Skype is great. We use Skype to talk to our, for GAP, we used it to have weekly calls with our company executives. As far as keeping track of all the research for GAP, we actually created a wiki for our group, which we found extremely valuable because we were doing so much secondary research and then followed on by the primary research that it was getting difficult to download the rest of the team members on all the information we had found. So we got a system together and put together a wiki and had all the category names so everything was organized appropriately. So it really worked well to where you could go into the wiki and search for any term that you weren't sure what it meant or you wanted to find out what the research results were, and you can find all of the interview notes there. So that I would highly recommend, and we use that on a regular basis.
Yeah, in our case, I don't know if we used all that much technology. It's simply because we grew very close over the course of the 3 years, so we tended to kind of go out to dinners anyway. So just the actual being together in the same physical location changed things. But I think we realized, as I'm sure a lot of people do, the first couple of quarters, like Jessica was saying, everybody is gung-ho and spending all of their extra time doing schoolwork, and that doesn't drop by a huge amount over the next couple of quarters, but you become much more efficient. And one of the ways you become more efficient is by using technology. So we're doing all of the other stuff we've used, not in my study group, but in other instances I've used Google Docs online to be able to organize information. We text each other a lot. We call our cell phones a lot. We do conferencing. All of that stuff that on the times when we're not actually together allows us to still accomplish work has been great because everybody's very busy and things are just going to get busier. So and any advantage we can get, I think we use, but we probably use it a little less than most, but it's certainly out there to use.
So yeah, freeconference.com, I think that's was our best friend.
Yeah, we use that too.
And we use Skype as well when we call people in India, and most of our company executives, they were in Singapore actually, so we use Skype for that. Other thing we used was something called Google Groups, where we created a group so you don't have to CC everyone all the time. You just send it to one email address and everybody gets that email. And then to keep track of all the web research, we use something called Google Notebooks, and it lets you browse the web, and it has a plugin where you can, while browsing, you can just add it to your list of bookmarks kind of thing, and those bookmarks are visible to all your team members at the same time. And we use that a lot actually. It helped basically categorize all our research into different areas. And then we had we wanted to share some of the things with the company executives as we were doing research, but not all of the communication that was happening between the group. So we created a separate alias for things that we did want to send to them, but not everything that we were talking about. So yeah, technology did help a lot, actually.
Yeah, this segment brought to you by Skype and Google.